Hi everyone, it's Chris here, your fitness specialist, back for another light cardio workout. You can use a chair for this or you don't have to, but if you do have a chair close by, make sure that it's close enough that you can rest your hand on it when and if it's needed, and far enough out of the way and to the side that it's not a trip hazard. We're going to go ahead and start with a light march in place. Always remember, when you're marching in place, you want your shoulders down and back, chest is tall and lifted so that your ribs are lifted up off those hips, navel's drawn in just a little bit, shoulders down and back. Even if you're seated, same thing applies. Sit up tall and straight, away from the back of the chair so that you're engaging your core nice and tall and marching those feet in place. We're going to go ahead and tap a heel forward and push with the palm of your hand. Now I like to use the opposite hand to foot. It just helps with balance, it helps with stability, and especially for your core, it's nice because you've got a pull on opposite sides somewhat equally. We're going to turn that into a light kick. You can push your hand up a little higher. And go ahead and tap back. Push your palms back, opening your chest. Press with those palms. Open up those fingertips to press those hands back. And march it in place. Roll those shoulders back. We'll go into a high knee as well. Nice. Big lift with that knee. Go ahead and add that opposite hand, pushing up, 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 up. Kick out to the front, push to the front. And march those feet. We're going to do a side-to-side step tap. I'm making sure I'm not tripping on my chair. Step tap. Step tap. Go ahead and add a shoulder roll back. Pull that elbow back. Chest is lifted. Now instead of tapping in, we're going to tap our foot out and push your palm across, turning your waist, opening up those hands wide. Now if you turn your head side to side, you're liable to get dizzy. So look out to the front and push that palm out, turning in that waist, pressing, pressing. Nice job. We're going to reach that up higher. Do what's comfortable on your shoulders. If it's not comfortable to lift this high, don't do it. Take it lower. Tap, tap, tap with that foot. Reach. So we're going to do a low reach. With your low reaches, still keep your chest up and turn your waist. And push outside your waist towards your hip. And kick again. So for the next one is a hamstring curl. With your hamstring curl, you can also do these from a chair. If you're doing it from a chair, you're just going to bend your knee and bring your foot underneath your chair. If you're standing, you're going to bring your heel up towards your tush. Up and up, up. So again, if you're seated, you'll just bring your heel under your chair, pulling that foot back. Now, obviously, you'll get a little more if you're standing, but you want to do what's comfortable and on you and you feel balanced. Now, another option is placing one hand on a chair. And if you don't have to hold the chair, go ahead and add a bicep curl with it. And kick it out to the front. Here we go. Push, push, push. Remember to keep that core engaged. You want to do what feels comfortable on that body, but not so easy that you might as well just be relaxing on the beach. We can do that later. And march it out. Roll those shoulders back. And take both arms up. Big breath in. Exhale out to the sides and down. Make sure you have ample space to reach those arms out. Big breath in and up. Exhale out to the sides and down. One more time. Roll those shoulders back. Take a big breath in and up. And down. Step tap. Roll that shoulder back again. We're going to go into a light squat. So push those hips back, stand it up. Push those hips back. You want to remember when you're doing squats that you're not pushing your hips forward. So I see people do this. That's really tough on your knees, and that's not strengthening your legs. You want to push those hips back, bend at the knees, stand it up. How would we do this from a seated position? Just come up a couple inches out of your chair or stand up, sit back down. You can use your hands to push yourself up off your chair and back down, whatever you have to do. This is a leg strengthener. If that doesn't work for you, go ahead and just lift for a high knee. So if you're in a seated position, you can just lift, lift, lift. Good. Go back into those squats if you're standing. Hips back. If at any point your knees are hurting, or either of your knees or both of them, you're either going to just stop your squats altogether and just go into a high knee march, or correct your form. Try correcting your form first. If you're not sure how to correct it, just go into that high knee march. But how to correct your form? Pushing those hips back, stand it up. Push and up. I'm using my arms as a counterbalance, trying to keep my chest up. Last one. March it in place. Roll those shoulders back. All right, we're gonna take our hands in a fighting stance. Hoping you guys aren't fighting, but this is a good cardio workout. So widen those feet just a little bit and turn and punch, turn, punch, punch. Keep your arm more or less parallel with the floor. Turn at the hip, punch, punch. Don't extend your arm in full. You don't want to lock your elbow. And out to the front. Punch. Nice quick ones. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and take it wide. Once your shoulders back, point those fingertips towards the floor, shoulders. Again, our back and chest is lifted through those arms. Bend your knees, push your hips back till your fingertips are at about knee height, and then press through your feet to stand up straight. So back into those squats and up. I'm going to turn so you can see my back is remaining straight throughout, just till you get about knee level with those fingertips. Now, if you're feeling good with these and you're able to come deeper, go ahead and reach those fingertips down further. Turn to the front, down and up, down. We're going to get that heart rate up a little bit by picking our arms up now. Down and up. Down, squat, press, stretch. Down, squat, press, stretch. Just a few more. And we'll do one more. Lower those arms, roll those shoulders back. So anytime you lift your arms up over your head, you're helping to raise that heart rate a little bit. If you get to a point where you're uncomfortable, your heart rate's a little too high, just keep your arms lower. Another thing that might come into play is shoulder pain. We don't want you to do anything that's going to hurt your shoulders. Do what's comfortable on your body, and we're going to punch across again, tapping that foot out. Punch, 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 punch. So again, from a seated position, same thing. You can tap that toe out, or you can keep your feet in place as you punch across and across. 4, 3, 2, last one on each side. March it in place, roll those shoulders back. We're going to step tap, side to side, step tap. We're going to add a push, pull, reach, pull. When you're pulling back, you want to squeeze those shoulder blades together, moving those arms forward and back, adding that step tap. Keep them going. 4, 3, 2, last one on each side. Go ahead and march it in place. We're going to do some high knee marches. So 1, 2, 3, 8 small ones, 2, 4 high ones, 1, 2, 3, 8 small ones, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 high ones, 4 high ones, I'm sorry, 8 small ones, 1, 4, 5, 6, 4 high ones, 1, 2, 3, 8 small ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's keep them going, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 6, one more time, 1, 2, 3, 8 small ones, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, step tap. Tap your heel out to the front, push high. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and march it in place. Roll those shoulders back. All right, so we're going to do what we call a V step. So you're going to step your left foot out wide and then your right foot wide. Step that left foot back into where it was, right foot beside it. Left foot wide, right foot wide. Left foot back, right foot beside it. Left, right, left, right. One more time. Good. We're going to speed that up. Back, back. So the wide ones are forward, narrow ones are back. Wide, wide with those arms. Pull them in. Wide, wide, pull them in. Last one. Now let's lead with that right foot. Right foot wide, left foot wide. Right foot back, left foot beside it. Right, left, back, back. Right, left, back, back. Take it out wide and wide. Back, back. Reach those arms out, in, out. Out, let's pick up the pace. Wide, wide, back, back. Hopefully you're doing these at a pace that feels comfortable for you. Some people have a hard time with these. I'm sure you're doing just fine, but we are going to switch it up a little bit and alternate the lead foot. So now what we're going to do is step wide and wide. Back with this foot. Tap this one foot in and back out again. Out, back. Tap, out, out, back. Tap, out, back. Tap. So it's wide, wide. Bring that foot back. Tap your foot in that same back, tap in. Wide, wide, back, tap, wide, wide, back. Tap a few more, wide, back, last one, wide, wide. Now let's speed it up. Out, out, back, tap. Four, three, two, and one. Go ahead and march it out, roll those shoulders back. Tap out to the side and reach, 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 reach. Push across, turn your waist. Push down and across. Now we're going to push both hands down, pick your knee up high. Push, push. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and march it out. Roll those shoulders back. Take a big breath in and up. And exhale. Roll those shoulders back. Hopefully you were able to stay up, standing, doing this workout with me. That's fine though if you had to sit down. We're going to do our stretches both standing and seated. So take those feet still, one hand on the chair, and press one foot back. When you push that foot straight back, I'm going to turn so you can see. I want your heel back, a fairly straight leg, but not with the knee locked. Front knee is more or less over that front ankle, shoulders over the hips. And whatever leg is back, that's the hand we want to reach up, touch your shoulder, and press that back a little further. Now try not to jut your head forward. Keep the shoulders pushed down as you push that elbow back. And bring that arm across, give it a hug. Lower that arm. You're going to take that foot just about halfway forward. So just a little half step, lift the heel so that your foot is bent. Bend both knees. And now push your hips towards the front and your shoulders back. So you're a fairly straight line across the front of your body and then down from the knee back. I'm going to turn to the front, same position, and take that same arm across, and you're going to lift the elbow a little bit and hug it across your body like a clothesline across your neck. Open and close that hand, and then rotate your wrist around and rotate back. And we're going to go ahead and pull that arm down and across. You can pull it from the top, whatever feels comfortable for you. Turn your head to look over that shoulder. Tilt your head over and over and release. Roll those shoulders back. Step that foot forward. We're going to do the same on the other leg. Now, if you found you needed to hold the chair and you were doing all this still holding onto the chair, that's perfectly fine. When you do the other leg, just move this chair across to the other side. That way now you can rest this hand and stretch the other side. So we started with a nice long step back with the other foot. Try not to let this knee fall to the center. Knee over the ankle, abs drawn in, shoulders down and back, heel pressed straight back. That'll stretch through your calf. That leg that's back, we want to take that arm up, bend at the elbow, touch your shoulder. You might find that your elbow doesn't like to turn, point up. Maybe that's tough on your shoulder. Just point it to the front. Only push it to a point that doesn't feel painful for you. I'm going to go ahead and pull mine back to where it feels okay for me personally. Make sure you're not holding your breath with your stretches. You want to hold these stretches without bouncing, and also, again, without holding your breath. Make sure you're breathing evenly. Take that arm across. Same arm, lift your elbow, hug it across, open and close that hand, and rotate that wrist. Now we don't want to bring our chin over. Just keep your neck in line with your spine. Rotate your wrist. Rotate back. Lower that arm. We're bringing that foot a half a step forward, just a little half step. Lift up that heel, bending at the foot. And you're going to bend your knees, so sinking down towards the floor a little bit, and then push those hips forward, shoulders back. So now you're going to hug that arm across, but low. Go ahead and hug either from the top. Even if you hug from the bottom, just grab around towards the elbow and hug across your body. Turn your head. Tilt it to one side, and to the other. And relax, roll that shoulder. We're going to step that foot forward. Go ahead and kick out those legs. The next one you can do standing or seated, but I do find that a lot of people get a better stretch if they go ahead and sit down for this. So I'm going to take this chair to the center, and I want you to sit at the front edge. If you sit all the way back for this stretch, this one is to stretch the back of your leg. If you sit all the way back, your knee is going to naturally bend, and that will prevent you from getting a full stretch in the back of your leg. So scoot to the front of your chair, so there's plenty of space between your back and the back of your chair, and then stretch your leg out so it's nice and straight. Don't quite lock the knee, but you want to keep that leg nice and straight, and pull those toes forward towards you, like you were showing somebody the bottom of your shoe. And you're going to go ahead, bring both hands to that leg, and walk your fingers slowly down. Once you get to a point that you feel a nice gentle stretch in the back, you can stop right there, or you can, as long as you feel flexible enough and comfortable enough, you can use your hands to pull you down a little further. Don't do anything that feels especially uncomfortable. You want to feel a stretch, not pain. Go ahead and reach those hands a little further out. Don't drop your head below your heart, because when you sit back up, you can potentially feel dizzy. Go ahead and walk your fingers back up that leg, roll those shoulders back, sit tall, and push those toes out to the front to stretch through the front of that leg. Bring that foot back. We're going to do the same with the other leg, stretching it way out. Show me the bottom of that shoe. Heel to the floor, toes pulled back towards you. Shoulders are back, chest is tall, hinge from the hips forward, and use your fingers to walk down. Go ahead and allow your hands to pull you a little bit more forward if you're comfortable with that. Don't drop your head too low, please. And slowly walk it back up. Point those toes out to the front to stretch through the front of your shin. Pull that foot back, roll those shoulders back. We're going to take one knee up, hug it in close. For some, this is too much pressure on the knee, so if that's you, go ahead and grab from behind the knee. You want those shoulders back, chest tall, hug it in nice and close. If this doesn't bother your knees, go ahead and pull it in close from your shin, interlacing the fingers, pulling those shoulders down, correcting your posture nice and tall. Take a breath in, exhale, round your back, bring your head down towards your knee, straighten back up, take your toes up and down. This is where I can usually hear my ankle pop a little bit. Now, popping in the joints is not uncommon. As long as it doesn't hurt, you shouldn't be concerned with it. If it causes you pain, absolutely avoid it at all costs, and speak to your doctor about it. We're going to stretch that leg out to the front, rotate that ankle, and rotate it back. We're going to add a little coordination with it, shoulders back, engaging the core, sitting tall. Take both hands out to the front, rotate both the wrists and the ankle, and rotate back. We're going to take that heel down one more time. This time take a big reach up, big breath in, And exhale way out and down over that foot. You might find you can take it a little deeper the second time. Make sure you're not bouncing here, you're just stretching it out to wherever you can without discomfort. And slowly walk it up. And again, point those toes out to stretch to the front of that leg, pull it back. Sit up tall, and we'll do the same on the other leg. Picking that knee up, you're gonna hug it in close. You might find one knee is not the same or one hip is not the same. Very normal. Do what you can do that feels comfortable. Sit up straight and tall, shoulders back. Again, hugging from behind the knee if this is too much pressure on your knee. Otherwise, you're here, hugging it in close. Take a breath in, lift your chest. Exhale, round your back towards your knee, your head towards your knee. Sit up straight, roll those shoulders back. Take your toes up and down. Up, down, up, down. Good. Now you're going to pull your toes back, stretch that leg out to the front. Try to keep the leg more or less parallel with the ground. Rotate your ankle and rotate it back. Sit up straight and tall, extend those arms, and rotate your wrists as well as the ankle. And rotate back. Set that heel down, take a big breath in, both arms up. If you want, this time interlace your fingers and press up. Exhale out to the front, reaching to the front first. And then go ahead and release those hands and take them down towards your ankle or foot, wherever you can reach comfortably. Make sure you're not bouncing. On your exhales, you can pull yourself gently forward, but don't force anything. We're gonna slowly walk it up. Point those toes away. Bring that foot back, and we're gonna finish with one final stretch. It's a good full body stretch. You're gonna turn in your chair. This one is always best done in a chair. The chair helps give you good leverage. I want one cheek off the chair. So one hip is planted firmly and the other hip is off. And I'm gonna point my knee down. Now this, you might have tight hamstrings. This is not uncommon to have tight hamstrings. This might cause you some cramping. Then you might wanna keep both hips planted and both feet side by side. If pulling that foot back doesn't cause any cramping in your hamstring, go ahead and slide that hip off and bring that leg back a little further. Again, just to a point that you can feel a stretch in through your hip flexor, pushing that heel back, lifting your chest, and whatever leg is back, you're gonna take that arm up. So one foot is firmly planted in the floor, that hip is in the chair, that hand is holding the chair or pressing down into the seat, and I'm gonna keep my hips steady as I tilt only my upper body from my ribs up, over towards the back of the room or the back of the chair. And then we'll go ahead and straighten back up. Bring that arm out, straight out towards me or towards your screen. And then turn all the way back. So I'm turning towards that back leg. The front hand that was previously on my chair, I'm gonna go ahead and bring it in inside my knee and give myself some more leverage to turn back a little further. And then sweep that back arm that matches up with the back leg all the way around your body. That other hand's gonna come back into your chair. Sweep that arm all the way around your body. Go ahead and bend your elbow and bring your hand in towards the back of the chair. So I'm turning away from you temporarily just to get a nice good stretch all the way down my body. That heel is back. I'm turning away from this side towards the back of my chair, and I'm gonna take that back hand and also use it in the chair for leverage. Do what feels comfortable on you. Don't over twist your body. Don't do anything that's uncomfortable or anything that your doctor has told you you should not be doing. Return to the center, bring that foot forward. Come to the front. That one is such a nice stretch, and we're gonna do the same on the other side. So I'm gonna turn, I'm gonna Bring that knee down. Make sure I'm not getting any cramping through the back of my leg. And then slide that foot way back. Chest is up nice and tall. I'm gonna scoot so you can see. I'm gonna push that heel back so that my toes are planted. My heel is back. I'm facing out to the side. Foot is planted, front foot is planted, hand is planted in the chair, and the arm that matches up with this back leg is gonna stretch up. And I'm gonna keep those hips square and just lift from the ribs over, tilting towards the back of the room or the back of the chair. And then sit it up straight. Bring that arm out towards your screen. And then turn your whole body. I'm bringing that back hand into the inside front leg to help give me an extra turn, as long as that's not painful. Go right ahead. And then sweep that back arm all the way around. That other hand is going to come back into my chair. Bring that arm around, turning my waist and reaching towards my chair. Your arm may or may not reach all the way to the chair. That's okay if it doesn't. Again, don't over twist. Don't do anything that's painful. I'm going to go ahead and take both hands to my chair and increase that stretch, because I don't have an issue with this twisting. It doesn't hurt my back. It doesn't hurt any part of my body. I'm going to go ahead and release. Turn to the front. Step both feet in to the center and take a big breath in, both arms up. And as you exhale, lean out to the front, push both hands out. As you exhale, let your arms dangle down. Don't hang your head below your heart, but allow your lower back to stretch. You can tuck your chin a little bit. Straighten out, looking to the front. Slide your hands to your lap and pull your shoulders back. And lift that chest. Exhale as you round your back, pulling your navel in and lowering your head. So we're doing what is called a seated cat-cow. So lift your chest, pull those shoulder blades back, lifting your chin slightly, but not to hyperextend through the neck. And exhale, pull your chin down, round your back. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see this from the side. So breathe in, lift your chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together, looking out towards the front with your chin slightly lifted. Don't look way up to the ceiling, just lift your chin a little bit. And as you exhale, pull your navel in, round your back, pull your chin down. And now again, go ahead and relax your back, relax your shoulders and your arms, let them dangle down. Feel that stretching along the lower back. Allow those muscles to just relax over those legs. Walk it up slowly. Turn my chair so I'm facing you. Sit up nice and tall. Take another big breath in. Reach it up. Exhale, leaning to the front, but this time keep your muscles engaged in your back. Lift in and up. Stretch. Exhale, lean out to the front, cross those hands at the front. Last big breath in, stretch it up. Exhale, push out to the sides and down, sitting up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back. And good job. Hopefully you got your heart rate up just a little bit and you feel just a little bit better, but at this point, hopefully it's back to somewhat normal. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and hope to see you again soon. Bye, thanks.